Hey, Leonard. Lenny, can you shush? What do you think? Hello, everyone. My name is Gracie, and welcome to episode 5 of Nine Kings, this phenomenal auto builder pixel art with various factions and synergies between them, with a little bit of adjacency bonus city building added in. Meta upgrades, tons of cool little strategies, and we don't even have all the kings yet. As you can see, I've been playing Blood on my own. I actually did a Mangler Tower run to see how it worked. Not my favorite, but I'm glad I gave it a try. So let's do a new run. So I have so far done nothing, nature, and blood for you guys, as well as greed, but I failed greed. Let's show off a new one. I'll come back to greed some other time. Let's show off the spells. King of Spells. So this guy is more about having units with enchantments on them that do things like make enemies explode or have them sort of chain lightning between things. And then you double those up with the library that duplicates those spells on things. And then they have some really interesting units. Slow attack speed, all of them. So these are big hits, tanky, but they attack very slowly. Wizards, ranged troops shoot very slowly, but very powerful. And then shamans buff those other units. So they have very little attack speed. No actual towers, like damage towers, so it's all about the units, unless you get, some splash from other factions, which you will. So let's buff that up to Lord, see if it's too high for me to win on that or not. I have some perks. Libraries always start at level 2. Castle has a 5% chance to instant kill, and start with a completely random enchantment card in hand per rank. So we have a little bit of buffs to start off, but this might be too high of a difficulty for having only a few perk points. So we're fighting Blood and Stone and Rebels. So we get the Citadel, strikes your opponents with chain lightning bolts. This is a decent one for auto. It does a pretty good job. And then we probably want to start with, if we start with the Wizard and put combustion on it, when it kills things, they will explode for more damage. So let's start that off. Let's see if we can go big wizard strat. There we go. So they're shooting. You can see a little explosion radius when they kill things. Okay, we have Trebuchet. Quarry would add damage to all towers every year. And the base. So that we could make the base do incredible amounts of damage. Let's grab the Quarry. Throw that over there. So that's going to start buffing up this chain lightning thing here. I don't know if the chain... I don't know how much damage the chain does. It looks like it's only like 1. But this thing could end up being quite strong towards the end. Imps, Carnage. Grab some imps so we have some frontline troops. And we'll throw them here. So we can hopefully get a buff here, either damage or attack speed. Maybe even like a forest or a farm. So this early game is pretty easy. Looks like we're doing okay so far. Library would start buffing up their enchantments they have on them. Let's grab that. Your wizards now have 100 attack, but only 1 HP. Or increase the damage range of area attacks by 30%. That's interesting. I don't know if that impacts the chain lightning, but it probably increases the range of the combustion effect. And we're going to try to get a whole lot of that stacked up. So let's give it a go. Let's see if it works out. Let's see if their combustion explosion radius gets bigger. So we plop this library down. It'll always be level 2 to start. So it added a stack of combustion. So now when they explode, they deal, I assume, 40% of their attack damage. Oh yeah, those little areas look bigger to me. I think that might be working. Well, that could be interesting. That could be interesting. Earthworks. Grab Earthworks. I'm going to put it here. It'll pop the libraries. Oh, and they always start at level 2, so now I'll have 2 libraries at level 2. Oh, I found an exploit. Hell yeah. So let's put another one here. And we'll just have multiple... We'll just be putting tons of combustion stacks on these guys. Oh, so now their explosion's going to hit really hard. They attack very slowly, though. Hoo 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 hoo. This could be really fun. Okay. Interesting. Chain lightning on strikes. Shamans buff allies based on their own attack damage. Let's grab the Shaman. Seen a blessing in 9 years. Baby Boom. Over here. Interesting. So we could definitely put a unit there at some point and give them enchantments, and then they'll double in count because of this library. But I want the Shaman more like... Who are we fighting? Yeah. I'm going to put the Shaman here and hope to get a blacksmith or something. So we're fighting Blood, King of Blood units. King of Blood will be fairly easy, I think, for this build because of the AoE that we're doing with the wizards. Cemetery. Probably not quite what I'm looking for. I could sacrifice something to level up. I don't think that's right. I think I'll just get another imp. I could even put a different imp stack here. It'll double the number, but is that really any good? Let's put this on the wizard so they cancel the first hit they take. That could be good since they're such high DPS. We don't want the ballistas or elves, if they start showing up, to start assassinating our strong backline units. I have been trying to push the difficulty on my own up as high as I can, but it's tough. You really do need to get some perks as you get maybe around the 4th difficulty level. It can get kind of hard if you don't have the right perks. Choose target plot to receive 3 random tome cards. I don't think I want to do that. Sorry, that's my cat yelling from the other room. I apologize. He's very loud. So I'm to wage war against another king. So greed would give us the attack speed. Nothing would give us... We could get the blacksmith for damage. So what do we want more? The greed would also give us the touch of Midas. We could start making gold from the wizards killing things. That could work. Let's go with greed. We're fighting blood next. Let's put static on the wizards, and it could start getting duplicated as well. So now they have 7 combustion and 3 static on them. So their attacks are chaining all over the place. So the enemies are getting through a little bit. No, not an emergency yet, but we do need to think about that. Demon altar. It's not the worst idea. Just so that when things die, they become imps and we have more frontline to get in the way. Not my favorite, though. Sacrifice. Demon altar. I don't really like these choices. I might roll. It's vampirism. We have 1 citadel. I'll just take another citadel. We'll upgrade that. More chain lightning is going to be good. The damage is going up, too. Really, attack speed will be good on this because it has that 5% insta-kill chance. So the damage is great, but for 95% of the time, but 5% of the time doesn't matter because it just insta-kills. It'll show in the word infinity if it's insta-kill. You see that every once in a while. Pretty powerful. Library, I could upgrade the wizard. That's probably a good idea. Or put a second wizard down there. You can also buy Procreate, actually, because then this is going to... Where is it? The Blessing's going to double the units here. So we might put a new wizard here and Procreate it. We could also... We don't have enough gold for clone. Okay. Let's pop a new wizard down there and then Procreate. I want lots of wizards here for when this thing goes off. Chain lightning doing work. Sacrifice or imp. I could cast a sacrifice here, which would kill the library, but would level all 3 of these up. It's not a terrible idea. I could even be completely crazy and put an imp card over here and then sacrifice this and get a whole bunch of level ups at once. I don't think that's a great idea. I think I'm going to do it, though. I think that sounds kind of funny. Let's put the imp there. We'll sacrifice that next turn. We're going to get a royal decree. So, oh no, that's a tower. My bad. We've just got wizards staring at each other while they finish casting spells. Replacement library. It's not the worst idea to have more libraries there. Expand the kingdom. Maybe over here. See, these ones will be more plentiful, but these ones will be stronger from all the buffs. So let's do that. I'm going to sacrifice, level up all 4 of those, and then we'll replace the library, I think. So we got lots of units. We got tier 3 here. Which one's tier 3? None of them. They're all tier 2. Okay. Maybe we'll pull another sacrifice card. We could throw just something down and then sacrifice it again for 4 upgrades. Spend 30 gold to increase. Okay. Okay. That's a pretty good card. Anybody have... No enchantments, no enchantments. If we only have enchantments on these 2 groups, then the library won't be affecting anything else. So it's kind of interesting to think about. Let's pop that library back down. It comes out at level 2. Why's that demon standing still? That was odd. Bomber, Imp, Carnage. Unit explodes when killed, dealing 10% HP as area damage. Now we could start enchanting some imps. This one has 26, that one has 26. So maybe we go ahead and put Carnage. 10% of enemies turn into frogs. Increase the attack speed of your towers. I don't think this counts as a tower. Increase attack of all your units and towers. Well, let's do Abracadabra. Get some frogs. And then let's put this on, let's say this group, and then it can start potentially getting duplicated so that they explode for more and more and more damage. So see the little AoEs when they explode. So the AoEs are going to work in really well with each other because we've got so many of them. Gotta kill these ballistas before they kill all my wizards. Here we go, easy peasy. Wallmaker is not a bad idea, considering if I run out, I don't have any towers to deal damage. So if they do get through the units, then it's just the lightning left. So let's go ahead and slap a Wallmaker there. So we've got just like a backup defense. And we're going to get our blessing here soon, which will double those extra wizards. Okay, here we go. Midas Touch. So Baby Boom, so there's a whole buttload of wizards in here, but we're going to keep buffing these ones because they're the ones that are getting tons of enchantments. Although I could put them on, no, because these guys are the ones that are going to be killing because they're better. Although these ones have 54 members now. That's kind of a tough one. That's a tough one. I don't know what the right call is here. Who are we fighting? Blood? Could increase the stats of this troop and Midas touch it. Let's start working on those ones. That might work out in the end. I don't know if that's a good idea or a bad idea. It's a lot of wizards. Demon's Altar, actually, and then we'll put Midas Touch on here. So that it may duplicate that, because it's an enchantment, and then these guys would make me a bunch of gold when they kill stuff. See if we make any gold during this. They might not be getting the kills. I haven't made any yet. Yeah, it probably would have been better to put them on those guys. Though they are doing more damage. They're just not seeming to get the kills. Interesting. Interesting. Spire for healing. Destroy a plot to receive 3 random cards. 3 random tome cards. Now this is... So it's a level 2 imp. I could get rid of that. Or I could boost the shamans. Let's offering. I'm going to offering this imp stack. Interesting. Tome cards. So we've got clone, wild card, and procreate. These ones are stronger. I think I do want these libraries the highest level I can get them. So let's add troops to this stack of wizards. Clone. This is tough. Level up target plot. Just get mega libraries. So these guys should have, they've got a heck of a lot of enchantments on them. Yeah, so those damage block stats are helping me out here by letting them survive that ballista bolt. Quarry, flame tower, or trapper. We can upgrade the quarry for sure. And we get another spot we can annex. How about here in case we find something for there. Quarry in there. So a lot of blood demons there. This is what the walls are for. It's my contingency in case I don't get through all the units. The chain lightning can maybe finish things off. Okay, we made it. We made it. Cemetery. We do have a lot of units. I'd rather just throw a cemetery down just as a sort of an insurance policy. Because there's a lot of wizards here. They're not very tough. Some imps there, so when they die, we at least get replacement imps. You know, they're jumping out of the cemetery and going back in to fight, which is great. Okay, yeah, that's working pretty well. It's keeping my melee troops funded. Earthworks. Now, Earthworks would let me... I would return plots to my hit. Now, these would come in at level 2, so I'd actually gain a card from doing that again, I think. Doubles the attack speed of your Citadel's lightning bolts. Yes, absolutely. So if we Earthworks that, then we get level 2 library, level 3. We have a spare card, and then we can upgrade the Citadel now because it's going to explode like freaking crazy here. Oh, this is going to be fun to see. The damage is going up. It's doing 43 damage. Woo, boy, look at that. Just a straight up lightning tower. Wow. Very, very cool. Static. Offering. I could destroy... So I never got anything for the shamans. 3 random tome cards. Now tome is this type. Building, enchantment, tome. Okay. Okay. I guess I could put a demon altar in. Overinvest. These guys are doing a lot of damage, actually. Let's add more stacks to this. These guys have 10,000 enchantments on them now. My demons will be weak for now, but I do have a lot of units. Diplomats can now make peace with an enemy king. I don't know. I guess I'm not really using greed, unfortunately. It just sort of never gave me the buildings I wanted. Let's make that a tier 3. Duplicating enchantments. These guys explode for 50% of their health now when they die. These guys are making me a bit of money, and these guys combust for an absolutely insane amount of damage. Destroy target plot. Don't want to really lose any of these things at the moment. We could put, yet again, more libraries to keep duplicating enchantments on these guys here. I keep seeing a lot of failures because it's a 50% chance, but you know, in the long run, it should be insane. We've never had this many wizards before. We have a shop. Vampirism. That could be good. Bomber, Warlock Thief. These are... Unfortunately, I'm not using any of those. We could slap something like a... I'm not sure. Ballista, Warlock. I'll grab a Warlock. The Imps are tier 2, so let's grab one, and then let's grab another Warlock. So what we're going to do here is plop those down. Oops, got to leave. So let's plop down a Warlock over here where all these libraries can be hitting them. They don't have any enchantments on them yet, so it doesn't matter. Upgrade the Imps. Upgrade the library. We got one card left. Let's overinvest on the... Well, yes, the Imps are doing a lot. But I think this really seems like it should pay off more in the long run. Right? It seems like these Imps just keep outpacing the Wizards somehow, which is unusual. We want these ones to die. So I'm kind of interested in over-investing on the Wizards. We want them to die to power this up and to become Imps again, which then power up this again. Wonder if it's their exploding on death that's really causing all of this. That's a lot of damage. I think it's the exploding on death. So I think they're doing incredible amounts of damage at the beginning of the fight, and then these Wizards are probably, you know, keeping it going. When it kills an enemy, it combusts. I think that could work well here. Because if it kills an enemy with its own death, does that explode again? I bet it does. Yeah, I wish I had put that Midas touch over here, but I thought I had a plan and I didn't. Okay, very good. New plot. Fail, fail, fail. Fail, fail, fail. Spells Rebellion. Get him. The demons are getting fairly large. Yeah, you can see that 0.5% boost has really started to hit pretty hard on them. Whew, it's a lot of shots. Just really trying to plot. Yet another library is nuts. But we are kind of running out of, like, we're not going to get any good buffs in here at this point. Offering this random tome cards is pretty useful though. But I don't have anything I want to explode yet. I might grab this and put like a spare warlock over here, and then I might blow it up later for tome cards next turn. Because if I can get more like procreates, things like that, that'd be really good. That was really fast. That was a fast win. Okay. Demon, Altar, Vampirism, fine. Doubles the amount of healing raised. Nope. Summons are stronger. Increase the attack of all your units and towers. That's probably it at this point. We've got a lot of damage in here. So their damage went up 30%. So when they explode, the combustion will do 90% of that damage in an AoE, which is pretty crazy. Oh, okay. I don't have enough money. I guess we'll overinvest the imps here. And then I don't have enough money, so let's put Vampirism on these guys. I guess them not dying immediately is fine. That's 10,000 damage they did last round. Oh my! If I'd put the Midas touch on a different unit, I should have put them on the imps since they're exploding. They're doing all the damage and getting all the kills. It's okay. We'll know for next time. There's another warlock. I don't have the cash, so let's just level up the warlock. There we go. Stacks of combustion. So these guys, they do, what is that, 20% times 23 when they get a kill. So that's why these explosions are so deadly. So many little numbers in there. I can't even see half of them. Some of them were like 200 something. That's pretty big. Cemetery would just buff the strength. Carnage unit explodes on death. We don't really... I mean, there's a lot of wizards in here. 10% HP. I do have 17 health. These guys are both level 2. I never even got them to level 3. That's kind of fascinating. I don't have any money. I can't afford anything. Very poor. Cemetery. We'll be able to overinvest next turn at least, but... it's a lot of ballistas. Ooh! Oh, they're murdering my wizards. At least I'm getting tons of little imps to replace them, although they keep dying right away. Yeah, we can throw a cauldron here. We give poison attacks to all this stuff. I have noticed the poison does... I think it works on chain attacks, which is interesting. So the little blue numbers are poison. So it's not getting much of a chance to activate, but it's something. It might be more helpful against the champion coming up here in the next round. Oh, yeah, wizard. Perfect. So we have to play all of our cards for this one. So we'll play the wizard here. And then overinvest, I guess, the imps, because they're just better. And I can't afford this. Oh. You can play it if you don't have enough money? Did I see that correctly? Interesting. Maybe only on the final year, because otherwise it'd be a dead card. I have no idea. Oh my god, they're getting through. Oh god. Oh no. Wizards! Hurry! What happens if I lose on the final day? Do I lose just one life? Oh, this is gonna take a while. He doesn't do damage, he just summons imps, which means he can never win. Because the chain lightning just hits the imps. Wow, this is dumb. Okay, let's increase this. That was really funny and silly. Start another run. So let's finish that one up. I want my perk points. There we go. Got another point. So it'll be fun next time we play spells. We have another selection. And then since I've been playing, I have actually unlocked. I think I had Stone unlocked when I was playing for you guys, but I did unlock King of Progress, and I played him, and I had 3 buildings that convert enemies to rats. So it was really funny, and they had like increased attack speed. So every round they would just be like just turning all the enemies into rats. So the buildings themselves did very, very, very little damage, but it was deceptive because really those buildings were doing an incredible amount by just completely removing enemy pieces and turning them into rats. Even if the rats don't really do any damage. It was really fun. So thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode with the King of Spells. I'll come back next time. We will eventually go back to Greed, so I can actually show you an actual win. And we do have to do Stone and Progress, I think. I don't think we've done those ones yet on the channel. So we'll do that next time. So thanks again for watching. Like and subscribe if you don't mind. I would really appreciate that. Check the link below for my Patreon. Check the playlist below if you want to see all of the other videos in the playlist. And I'll see everybody in the next episode.